Hello, hello. Excuse me while I get ready. So, YouTube really wants you to stream vertically. And if you try to start a stream horizontally, it just makes it so impossible. It makes it such a headache. It really wants you to stream vertically. Whatever. So, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Chris Legaspi. I'm a professional artist, author, and anime instructor. Today, my friends, we're going to go through a hand and figure study. And this is part of my morning drawing routine. I thought I would go live and take you guys along with me. So, today, or a few days ago, I was working on a figure piece, drawing from a photograph I took a few years ago. And this is this is what the pose looks like. This is what the pose looks like here. And what happens was I didn't like the hand in the reference, so I decided to change the hand a little bit. And so this drawing here represents me kind of inventing a new hand. Obviously, it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that good. I'm not happy with it. So earlier today, I shot my own reference. I shot my own reference of a new hand that's closer to what I want. So that's what we're going to draw today. And here's a look at some thumbnailing. You know, of course, I always talk about designing your image and thumbnailing. You know, instead of just blindly drawing, oh, today I feel like drawing, which is fine. But if you want to make a picture, if you have an idea or a story or narrative or theme you want to tell, it's best to stop and plan your picture. Make compositional thumbnails. That's how I do it. That's how professionals do it. So that's what I'm doing here. And see here, I'm exploring different aspect ratios. That's something I always start with, aspect ratios. And I kind of like this one. So this is what we're gonna study today. Is this section right here. So thank you for being here. And so let's begin. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna draw the hand, and then if we have time, I'm gonna put the figure here. So I'm just gonna freely draw the hand from a photograph I took this morning. It's actually my own hand. Now, obviously, my own hand will look a lot different than the model's hand. So it's a female model, obviously. So this was a photograph I took. So my hand's going to look a lot different. But I just need the shapes and the position of the anatomy, and then I'll be able to fill in the rest. So it's a bit of an advanced thing. So let's get started. Thank you for being here. And before we begin, comment below. Where are you located? Where are you watching from? What time is it for you? I'm currently in Thailand myself. It's 9:30 a.m. Thank you for being here. All right. Can I make the screen a little bigger? Oh, I can. I can make the screen a little bigger. Here we go. So let's see. It's the top. Hope you guys can see the top here. I will post, those of you watching on replay, I will post the reference in the comments so you can follow along. And sorry. So I have on my screen, I have the reference of the model on one side of my screen, on one window. On the left, I have the reference of my hand and arm. Now, for me, I get a lot of questions about how to draw hands. How to draw hands, Chris. How to draw hands. Maybe you're watching this, you're like, Chris, how do you draw a hand? I need help with hands. For me, to be honest, I try as much as possible. If I want to draw a good hand, I consider the whole arm. Believe it or not, to me, if I want to draw a good hand, I draw the whole arm, or at least I think about the arm. So today I'm going to do a hand study first, but in my reference, I'm actually going to start at the shoulder, believe it or not, and especially the wrist. So if I draw a hand, I'm always considering as much of the arm as possible and absolutely the wrist, which is underappreciated when drawing hands. So here we go. I'm just going to freestyle here. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying here. See, because that's what I want. I want the flow into, I want the flow into the, it's really the bicep. The bicep into your torso. And really, the thing that I want is the flow, what's called the bicep tendon. Bicep tendon. You guys see that? Bicep tendon. Look that up. Did you know you have a tendon that goes from your shoulder, your humerus, the head of your shoulder bone, basically your shoulder, all the way down here to your thumb. Did you know that? It's called the bicep tendon. So I want that flow. I want that flow. That's why if I draw a hand, I'm always thinking of the whole arm and the wrist. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. That's a good tip. That helps me a lot. That helps me a lot when I draw hands. When I draw hands, I don't think of the hand in isolation. I think of the hand, how does it relate to the body? How does the hand relate to the body? That's why if you see my drawings kind of have a lot of beautiful flow and rhythm. You know, I say that objectively, humbly, I say that because it's very conscious. You know, I never draw, if you look at my drawings, none of the body parts are in isolation. I never draw a body part in isolation. So, you know, if I draw abdominal muscle, I don't draw the abdominal muscle in isolation. I go, how does the abdominals relate to the clavicle, your neck? How does the abdominal relate to your genitals, your pubic bone, you know? I'm always relating. And I learned that from Steve Houston. I didn't invent that. Shout out to my Steve Houston fans out there. I didn't invent that. Steve Houston is a master of that. And he learned that from somebody else, you know? That's how it goes. That's the beauty of the academic lineage. That's the beauty of the academic lineage. We are just inheriting this beautiful knowledge and passing it on to you. So I appreciate you being here. So right now I gotta draw the wrist. So there's a wrist here. Now in the reference it's not quite clear, so I'm gonna have to maybe zoom in and see what's going on, but we'll see. Those of you watching live, welcome. I'm not quite sure how to respond to comments live. Sorry, guys. I think one day, and hopefully soon, I will have a stream moderator, someone who can manage the stream for me while like those live stream, the professional live streamers, they have they have someone to help them. Maybe if you're watching and you live in Thailand, you live in Bangkok, send me a message. Maybe you're available to be a moderator or a helper for me. That would be cool. Okay, so that's basically the rough hand that I have. And really, I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up here. I'm just trying to get in a good rhythm. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in. So I captured the flow. It can go, really, this should be higher. I captured the flow from the finger all the way up to the torso, which I'm not going to draw, right? But it's there. My intention is there. So now I can zoom in and focus on the hand. So I'm going to zoom in on the reference. Now I can focus more on the hand and the wrist. Okay, now it's more clear. Oh, thank you for the comments here. I saw a comment from Brazil. Welcome. And someone mentioned Splatterhouse. Oh my goodness, that was a long time ago. Those of you who are new to me, I used to work in video games I was a concept artist for 6 years, guys. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm actually a working professional artist working in entertainment. And my first my first job as a professional artist, I was a concept artist for video game companies, and that was my dream job for many years. And maybe some of you watching, that is also your dream job. It's a fun job. And if you get lucky, it can pay well. So thank you for that comment there. Wow. I was a I was a concept artist for 6 years, guys. I got paid to draw like monsters and spaceships and crap. It was incredible. It was incredible. And I had my own office. I had my own like fancy computer. I had my own like big old Cintiq. It was crazy. And they were paying me. And anybody watching live, are you a fan of Peter Hahn? Anybody watching live or on replay? Are you a fan of Peter Hahn? Peter Hahn. I bet I think his Instagram is Peter Hahn Style. He's a fantastic artist. I used to work with Peter Hahn. He was also a concept artist, and we worked at the same company. Hey, I worked with Peter Hahn for many years. And, Peter continued down his route as a sketch artist and teacher. And I ended up in movie posters where I'm still working today. So shout out to Peter Hahn and Peter Hahn's students and fans if you're watching. Guys, I am so glad I took this picture. Remember this hand? You see, this hand is kind of ugly in my opinion. This hand is like 50% reference and 50% invented. So I was like, ugh, this is too ugly. Because I want to make this like, a nice 8, 16 hour graphite drawing or whatever, you know? So I don't want to spend 16 hours and make an ugly hand. I'm like, no, that's awful. So I was like, I need to shoot reference. So I'm so glad I'm doing it because now this is much more beautiful than that other hand, and it's making a lot more sense. It's making a lot more sense. Much more beautiful. So those of you watching, maybe you're more advanced. Maybe you're working on finished pieces, you know? Um, yeah, definitely take the time to shoot models if you're into realism because that's what the professionals do, guys. The professionals, they don't mess around with inventing stuff. That's a waste of time, really, in my opinion. If you want a super tight realist look, if you want the tight realist look like the Mike Butkus, shout out to Mike Butkus fans out there, like the Drew Struzan, like the Sargents, all the greats from history, you know, they all work from observation because that's the simplest and most efficient and most effective way to get high quality realism. So, man, I'm so happy I took this picture. Okay, so now I have a good sense for the hand. Really, I just wanted to warm up, get a good sense for the hand, kind of understand what I'm doing, see how it could relate. Now, what I'm going to do, I don't know if I have time on this stream, because my phone's going to run out of battery actually. I also have to design the shadow. It's part of the composition. You see here? See that little shadow shape? I have to design that. That's important. You know, this little the design of the shadow shape affects the design of the whole thing because the hand is a default focal point. If you draw a human being, the the human eye will go to the face first and go to the hand second. That's just the natural that human beings are programmed to do that. So if you put a hand in your drawing or painting, it has to be very, very good and has to be designed well, obviously. So, you know, I'm starting to think, oh, what can I do with the shadow shape? I can figure that out later, but I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I think, feel pretty good about that. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a little bit of shadow. So I feel pretty good. I'm probably going to stop the stream here because next, maybe I'll make a new stream for the figure. Comment below if you want to see the figure study. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this hand, and now I'm going to draw the full figure and try to draw the hand now, the new hand from the new reference I shot. Comment below if you guys want to see that. I might do it today or tomorrow. Maybe today. I feel like doing it today. But I don't want this stream to be too long. And okay, that's a good stopping point. Let me see if I can we're going to pause here. And while we're pausing, if you're watching live or on replay, comment below. Where are you located and what time is it for you? I'm currently in Thailand myself. All right, thank you for the comment there. I'm going to see if I can try to answer comments. Sorry, guys. I don't know how. I'm shooting this on my phone, obviously. Huh. I can't see the comments. Where are they? I'm shooting this on my phone, but I can't see the comments. All right, sorry guys. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll probably jump on a new stream. I gotta charge my phone battery. And if you like this video, if you're watching live on replay, if you're new to me, don't forget I have a lot of figure drawing resources for free available on my website at www.drawwithchris.com. And once you're there, sign up for my free insider email list. And that email list is free, and I will send you figure drawing videos and handouts and portrait drawing stuff for free. I will send it to you for free. So all you gotta do is just sign up for my thing. And that's it, my friends. I'll see you in the next video. So probably if you're still online, you'll see me in maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.